Let's solve question 33 in practice test 2. Question 33 looks like this. It says, refer to the figure below. Gives us a picture of something that looks like a square and two equations for the side length. The rest says, if the figure is a square, what is the value of W? So if we assume this is a square, what do we know about it? Well, we know that all of the sides are equal length. Now, when I first looked at this problem, I thought, oh, they're asking for the area, but they're actually just looking for the value of W. So given these two side lengths that look very different, assuming this is a square, what else can we assume? Well, I have to assume that this side length is equal to this side length. Therefore, this must be equal to this. 4 times W minus 7 must be equal to 1/2 times 6W plus 8. So let's start working out this problem. All right. We'll choose this color. Right. So I can start by saying if I can write, I cannot. Let's pause it. All right, looks like we can write now. So 4 parentheses W minus 7, if that's the length of one side of the square, that must be equal to 1/2 times parentheses 6W plus, oops, doesn't look like a plus sign, plus 8. Okay. Now bear with me. My writing should not be this big, but I'm learning how to write on this thing. All right. We see here, oh, something being multiplied by some two terms in parentheses. We must be using distributive property here, everybody's favorite property. So I'm going to draw in little different colored arrows here. I know I'm going to multiply 4 times W and then 4 times 7. So this will end up as 4W minus 4 times 7. And the other side, same thing with 1/2 here. 1/2 will be multiplied times 6W, and 1/2 will be multiplied by 8. So let's rewrite that. 1/2 times 6W. Now, because there's a plus sign in the middle here, I'll add them. Versus over here, there was a subtraction in between these two terms, so I subtracted these over here. So 1/2 times 8. All right. Now, let's see what else we can simplify down here. Well, 4W, that can't be multiplied anymore. 4 times 7 is 28. 1/2 times 6W, that's like taking half of 6 or multiplying 6 times 1/2. I like to think of it as 6 divided by 2. And I know 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. Now don't forget the W, 3W, plus 1/2 of 8. 1/2 of 8 is exactly 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we can write a 4 there. Almost done. Now I see two sides of this equation. We've got a coefficient and a variable here, just a number, and then another variable with a coefficient and a number. So I want to combine like terms. I'm going to try to get all of the variables on one side and all of the numbers on the other side. All right. Let's try subtracting 3W from both sides. So on this side, whoopsie, sorry about my non-straight line. Let's try that again. That's not much straighter, but it's fine. All right, so 4W minus 3W is just W minus 28 equals, well, 3W minus 3W, that's just 0. So we just have 4 on this side. W minus 28. Well, let's add 28 to both sides to get rid of the 28 on this side over here. So we're almost finished. Negative 28 plus 28, well, that's just 0. So on this side, we just have W. And on this side of the equal sign, we have 4 plus 28. That is equal to 32. So let's go back to the question and see if we've answered it. If the figure is a square, what is the value of W? And we have determined that W equals 32. Check if that's an answer in your book. I believe it is. And that's how you solve this problem.